Hi, friends, and welcome. It's Kit Crush Wednesday, and I'm Lisa Maynard, and thank you for joining into my channel. I really appreciate it. Tonight, as always, on Kit Crush Wednesday, we're going to be looking at a new kit from Stampin' Up, and this is a non-stamping kit, and it's pretty fun, I have to say. It makes 6 cards, and it's super easy. This would be a great kit to get into card making, or if you've got kids or grandkids that you want to introduce to card making, this is an absolutely fabulous kit to do that because everything's done for you. You just put these cards together. So I see a couple people have jumped on, so we're going to go ahead and turn the camera around and get started. This kit is going to be super fast. Tonight, the Kit Crush, the live is going to be super fast. There's 6 cards. I've done 3 of them already, and I'll just show you the 3 that I've done. Here's a happy birthday one, and the envelopes are like a craft paper that come with them. So they all come with envelopes. Happy birthday. And as you can see, they're all pre-printed, and it's just the matter of assembly. So we have a happy birthday. And we have a congratulations, super nice. And again, this is essential occasions. So there is a card for almost every occasion. And here's another one I've done. It says, I love you. You could use this for many, many things. This card and this card happen to be of the bases are of the craft. Well, not this one. This one is of the craft paper. So that would be the inside of your card, is that craft paper like the envelope. So I have prepared the last 3 cards to put together, but because there's only 6 in this kit, very reasonably priced, you're only going to need a few things. So you're going to need some tear and tape, and you're going to need those Stampin' Dimensionals like we always use. So I'm going to go ahead and set those aside. And because I prepared the next 3 cards, because there's only 6, and you can see them here, I don't have a box to go through with you. So I'm just going to show you that it comes with all the instructions, and it comes with all the parts and pieces. And I've pretty much already got all those prepped. So we're not going to worry too much about that. And I'm going to put these right about here so we don't have that glare. So I'm just going to start bringing these in, and we're going to start assembling these. So again, super easy kit. It's assembly, and I've already put together some of the parts of these. So let's set those aside, and we're going to go ahead and make fold our card base, and we're going to burnish that with our bone folder a little bit, scoring. No, we don't need to score. It's already scored for us. So there is our card base, just like so. And then we have our parts and pieces, and this craft paper likes to curl a little bit. So let's see if we can get that to stay a little bit straighter on us. It'll stay down once I get the card elements on there. Okay, the first element, and it's going to go this way, is this printed piece, and it's got it looks like grapefruit or oranges on there. So we've got our Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this. And I'm going to go ahead and just take those backings off like we normally do. Now, the Stampin' Dimensionals are the little foam adhesive pieces that make our elements pop up off the card. And it just gives that extra little pizzazz to our card. So we're going to try and center this right, left, up, and down. And we're just going to place that right there, just like so. And there's our first part of our card. This is a thank you card. So I have went ahead and put our tear and tape on that. And I've already put the Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. But for those of you that haven't watched me before, when you put that tear and tape down, if you just go ahead and use your bone folder to just press that down easily, then you can come in with take your pick tool, if it will let me, and you can just pop that up just like that, and it comes up so much easier than if you don't do that. Now, this is off centered a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and place this on here right about like that. Let's see. I'm going to look at the back of it. And maybe move that down just a hair on that side there. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. All right. And then our two Stampin' Dimensionals. Going to take the backings off of that. And as we come in here, this is going to go down at the bottom of our card. And we're going to do right like so. And there you have it. There's one other card done. Super easy, super quick, really cute though. Anyone would love to receive this in the mail or for anything that you wanted to thank someone for. So let's bring in the next one. Like I said, this is going to be a really, really quick live tonight. So we have another craft piece of cardstock here, but it's got some printing on it, some really cool leaves and decorations and such. So let's go ahead and burnish this with our bone folder. You don't always have to burnish it with your bone folder, but I like to because it seems to hopefully make it stay down a little bit more when you do that. So let's go ahead and do our first element here. And we are going to take this piece right here, which I've put the tear and tape on. And again, I'm going to just go over that with my bone folder to adhere that down a little bit so it makes it easier to get the backing off that tear and tape. And let's pull that off right there. Super easy. And grab that and pull that off. Really, really super easy. Now, this is going to go on our card. It's going to go right across the card. And it's going to fit all the way across the card. So let's try and get this fairly straight on there. And that looks pretty good, right like that. Now, this is going to be your last element, but we are going to go ahead and put "So Glad to Have You in My Life" on this white piece before this element, before we put it on this entire piece, this layering piece on the card. So this is going to go, let's get that up here so you can see. And we're gonna center that in the middle of this. Just like so. And that looks pretty good to me. There we go. We have that. And then again, Stampin' Dimensionals. This is basically tear and tape and Stampin' Dimensionals. And that's all there is to this. Then let's go ahead and bring this in. And we're going to put this right about here. Just like that. And there we go. We have another card made already. So glad to have you in my life. Super cute. Very fun. Very easy. Final card to do here. This has some grapefruit and it's a thinking of you card. So let's go ahead and we're going to fold this in half, burnish it with our bone folder like always, just like so. I probably could have just saved all of the cards to do online, but I guess I just wasn't really thinking of that at the time. So we've already got here our little element, our little orange or maybe grapefruit, and I've got that tear and tape on there. We're just going to burnish that, and I'm going to go ahead and burnish it on this piece also because I have them here. And then let's go ahead and take this off. Now, of course, I'm following the directions, but you can do this however you would like. It is completely up to you. It is your card. You do you for sure. And this is going to go right here, just like that. That's going to be flat. And then our next piece is going to be a half cut of that fruit. And we're going to come in right like here. And we're going to put it right like so, right like that. And then we have our other piece is the white piece. And it looks like that doesn't make sense to me. Now, the instructions are telling me that this would be Stampin' Dimensionals and this would be tear and tape. But you know what? That doesn't make sense. Unless we're doing it like that. That makes no sense to me. So hold on, friends. Let's think about this for a minute. let's go ahead and we're going to put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this instead, because I don't think that this is actually flat on the card. So let's go ahead and we're going to pop this up, but we're going to only put, see, we're just winging this right now. We're going to only put those on there. See, I've put them here because this is going to straddle that to some degree. And we don't want the Stampin' Dimensionals to interfere with that one element. So we're going to do like that, and then we're going to go ahead and come on in again. And then we're going to put our Thinking of You right like so. And there we have the final card, Thinking of You. So you can do that however you want. I did it like this. It shows maybe that you would put the white piece flat, but then it would be underneath. You can do it however you want, but super cute. Let me bring these all in again. Thinking of You. This is why it's Essential Occasions. We have cards for every imaginable occasion that you would want. Congratulations, I love you, happy birthday, and then those craft paper envelopes. So here we go again. Super cute, friends. 6 cards in all. That would probably take you less than probably 15-20 minutes to put together a great activity with your kids, grandkids, or anything like that. It would be great for schools, anything. So let me go ahead and turn this around. There we go. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. This was, again, super fast, just like last week. Those were super easy and fun cards to do. And just like these, very affordable. So I'll put the link to this kit in the comments. Be sure to check that out. And I appreciate it if you share this with your friends and your family. And thank you always for everyone that tunes in every week to see me. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. And until next week, bye, friends.